FNAF 1 Remastering. I thought that maybe some people had talked bad about this game were perhaps wrong, that there really was more to this game. But I was quickly stopped, as we're thrown straight into the menu of the game, in which, ooh boy, this is definitely a jump in quality. The animatronics moving are of course an obvious sight, but what really had me more interesting was the whole structure as a whole. I love, of course, a well-structured menu, and really this compared to the original menu in FNAF 1 is a huge improvement, and it's just a lot nicer looking. However, you will also have noticed that there's a new button in the form of the minimap button, and if you're wondering what that means, don't worry, you will find out very soon. We go straight into night 1, as we're met with familiar sight. Everything looks to be the same with the exception, of course, everything looks way clearer and higher quality. Some things in your eyes. Lastly, there is the phone guy, which threw me off a bit, but I decided to ignore this. The biggest problem with FNAF 1 quickly showed itself. The game is fucking boring. I'm sorry, but the first 3 nights of FNAF 1 are an absolute bore fest. An attempt to create something a little entertaining would have been nice, but... okay. Fine, okay. Something a little interesting does happen at the end of the night, but I'll be trying to stop moving. But ignoring that, nothing more than just a scripted event, there's nothing after the night the cutscene, the security guards, or the animatronics taking the cameras. Which is cool. I like the idea of showing past security guards and looking at happening to them, but this person that voice probably have a lot of passion behind it, but it just feels normal. Really, it's revealing. Just too comedic for a FNAF. Hell, a FNAF 3 game in general. But anyways, that's what we're done discussing. Something else you'll be told that you have to go on every day. Then finally, stay fit and you go to 3. Tonight, you'll have to walk around night location 5 to unlock night 3, for example, being Pines Cove, and night 4 being the Prize Corner. However, don't think that this will be totally safe, and there's still the rest of the other components, walking around the pizzeria, and being jump scared. And well, I actually like this. I mean, sure, it's nothing huge, it's just a step a little more than one good nights, but it keeps the experience at least a little bit more refreshing after each night, but it's still a pretty minor addition. There's not much to talk about here, which is why we can do it too. This time around, we do get a call from our buddy who tells us a bit of information about the place and about the job. After we're done listening to them ramble, we get into the night where, yep, it sure is FNAF 1. However, there's a few details that are worth mentioning. The first being that both Bonnie and Chica are capable of going on each other's halls, even at the same time, which is crazy and completely changes around how you have to play the game. I'm not too sure how good this really is, and really can't help but asking myself how much this really affects the core gameplay of the game. Foxy actually does show himself in this night, which is interesting. The original game would take always up to night 3 to at least get attacked by him. But of course, if you just close the doors, you nullify. Despite these small changes, like I said, it's just FNAF 1 on its second night, a complete bore fest. And really only serves as the calm before the storm, which is, funnily enough, what the night is called. Being the night, nothing interesting happens. Really, I always find myself wondering what this game could possibly offer to maintain itself entertaining and fresh throughout. While the phone guy talking about his good quote from Foxy, you'll notice that both Bonnie and Chica are not moving at all. Meanwhile, Foxy is completely immune to being stalled. Because, if you didn't know, by using the cameras you can activate a small stall timer on Foxy. This timer itself being random, very seconds. But if he can, he should be stopped, but he doesn't seem to give a fuck as he's currently running out of health, so Bob goes the door. After a bit, of course, you'd expect him to okay the again. You're famous. Okay, surely that was just terrible luck, right? And he used the touch as the third time and oh. So it looks like he had a chance. He is in the other fucking hallway. Okay, by this point the phone guy will come to state the obvious that yeah, Foxy seems pretty pissed off. Really like that. This night, the one and only threat through a majority of it is Foxy himself. where he can rush down your left hall or slowly walk up to your left or right doors, where you'll see his warm white eyes, where, as you may guess, you'll have to close the door. You have to move very quickly through this section. Make sure to open your doors immediately after he leaves, as keeping them both closed can cause your power to nosedive down. That is until all the animatronics start attacking. Honestly, you should have enough power to just survive the doors, even if the power goes down. Survive for seconds. Like, I gotta say, this was actually, although it did feel very smart. No, this was honestly kind of attack. And therefore, this night is scripted in once. And as long as you memorize or with the path, you'll be fine. Sure, the reality is meant to keep it fresh, but it's not great. I mean, sure, I had fun, but this really felt more like filler for gameplay, if anything. This doesn't need to happen, because there's really no reason behind it either. It just happens because the game said so. Why is Foxy that? Why is he doing it? The only really cool thing that I had no qualms with whatsoever that after B93, we received a call from the phone to explain the situation at the restaurant. Like, missing kids, and yes, the animatronics will kill you if you're caught by them. You know, the usual stuff. But he also tells us of the existence of a living mask, which is cool. I like this integration of lore and story and gameplay. So, like, for a game called let's tell us that he's relieved that we're still alive. Shortly after telling us that the two cameras have been fixed. The kitchen camera, which interesting, and the backroom's camera. Holy shit, Springtrap. And yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Tonight the challenge is, to be honest with you, I don't fucking understand this thing. It's really, really not great. It's just bad. Yeah, this really wasn't fun. The way in which the night worked with the cameras flipping and stuff was confusing, and I could not find any enjoyment of it whatsoever. It just felt like it stabbed again and again and again and again. And so I came to the night a little enthusiastic. I'm just absolutely very disappointed. Very disappointed. Something special this night would happen to make it for a fun challenge. For a fun change of pace. Which, after being assigned, we're not reporting that apparently we had gone under his radar, gone too far, and originally had intended to warn us. Anyway, so it's very simple. After the date is done, we're shown another cutscene of someone breaking into the pizza room. A footage cut, then we're at the beginning of the day, where we're playing this character, which we have no clue who he is. But, as this character, you unlock a couple of different challenges. Thought something worth spending any time on. And so I decided to just jump straight to Night 6, where, again, it's just the same old, same old. Nothing new, it's slightly difficult. Okay? When we get to the stages of the extra nights, it's like to be expected that Night 5 and 6 will complain of a similar gameplay formula, but it's still pretty fun. The same formula of 10 years ago, with a few sparkles on top to make it brand new. The Night was something other. And where credit is due, I think this was very well done. The whole minigame feels very disturbing. The groaning noises in the background, mixed with the sound effects and music worked very well, and gave off the macabre feel that I was hoping for. But finally, we have arrived at it, which isn't actually a night, instead of just a huge scripted cutscene, where we see Blue comes over and gives us some speech to summarize brother and the player who apparently this whole time is actually Michael
Wait, he looks bigger. That's a big raptor.
Now let's get to the juicy part of what I really wanted to criticize. First off, let's start with the obvious. Brother.
Show me the way. Or is it a 1-to-1 scale of computations? Though I did like enough damage.
Who the fuck is brother? One thing that is incredibly important about the release is how much advertisement went into this character. Everywhere you could possibly look at this game. Oh look, brother.
He looks bigger.
You realize that this is the character.
Legos.
He's supposed to be that protected figure, trying to free everyone. Guess what? If he's okay, this guy's just there. Doesn't do anything besides just talk a bit of To explain, this character is really unrealistic. Perhaps it is just the fact that it's just a self-insert by the creator to put this into yourself. This may
Thanks.
may even be accused of misinformation. But come on, considering how heavy this character has, you expect a lot more than this stuff. Hello, the better integration
Yes.
is much more important, sort of help, even a fucking hand in the gameplay formula. I mean, despite how little Golden Thread shows up, it still shows up. And even if you got completely rid of it from the game, nothing will change. It doesn't. It's there. Self-interest behind. I don't mind it. But at this point, maybe it shouldn't have been a remake of the original Five Nights, and it's something entirely new, as completely replacing Golden Thread. And just having nothing to show for it isn't the brightest idea. Even looking at the game itself, we can tell the developers this is the original experience right in the first one. The atmosphere compared to the original sucks. They used to be phenomenal, the features completely flaws. The use of music is just plain bad. It takes away from the master class of atmosphere and sound. They added visuals to make this game in real time. That means the game actually was effective in its visual scale. The choppiness and the cameras turning off, the animatronics are moving and stepping stuff. And the camera glitching out. Don't come to a surprise that these things are not perfect. It was just wow. In its simplicity is exactly why it was so effective. And yes, it has aged very badly. Yes, the same factor this game is not all prevalent compared to what it was out. But the problem is really the game in some ways is actually worse. Yeah, the challenge leaves some variety and freshness, but what a portion of this night's turn into scripted events, that completely wears off. And you're left with the same problem with the gameplay side. And it's extremely boring throughout most of the game, with very little replayability, which is huge in its potential. It often felt like this game was advertised less as just FNAF 1 but in real time, but as the definitive version to play Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Perhaps that may be just what I think, but in the end, this isn't a reimagining what FNAF 1 could look like, and instead it feels like a remake. It completely loses the soul in what made it good to begin with, and it completely fails at even standing up to what the original Five Nights was. But again, that's just what I think. And while this game wasn't all that great in my view, the team are currently working on a game for the FNAF movie, which, honestly, considering the different lore, I think this is a really cool idea. Oh, okay. I see where this is going. I'm extremely disappointed with the game.
In Albion, no matter where you go or what you do, your mouth will accompany you on your journey. First, 50 odds. Merchants ask for it. Carry anything you throw. Anything.
Remaster is not a victim.